Sister Pearl. I'm glad that I can remember the night that something got a hold of me. And if you haven't experienced that, you need to just be obedient to that calling, to that knocking on your heart's door. And so many times he's knocked and you've pushed him away. So many times you've rejected him in your homes, in your churches. Wherever you're at, you've heard his voice and you've heard his calling. And maybe sometime or another during your life you've known him, but you have rejected him and pushed him aside and said you didn't have time for him or didn't need him anymore, that there wasn't anything else that he could do for you. But he's there waiting with outstretched arms for you to call upon his name and to repent and to return unto him. So don't push aside the Spirit of the Lord, but heed it and let him touch you and bless you and be uppermost in your life. Prayer for Doris Dunaway and Madeline Britton, and a song. Robert Petit and Roscoe Lingerfeld and wife, a song and special prayer. Brother Eugene and Ruby Pons, prayer. Remember Sister Mull, and we've already said this, we're praying for her. And remember the lost in prayer. Also continue to remember Mr. Walters in prayer. He's in Baptist Hospital, recovering from an automobile accident, so remember him when you pray. And I'd like to send a song to my Aunt Gladys and to my family who's watching tonight. You be blessed as they come and sing for you once again.
This time we'll try and sing God on the Mountain. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you have peace of mind like you've never known. But things change and you're down in the valley. Don't you lose your faith, for you're never alone. And the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, he'll make them right. And the God in the good time is still God in the bad time. Oh, the God of the day is still God of the time. We talk of faith when we're up on the mountain. Oh, but talk comes so easy when life's at its best. Oh, but down in the valley of trials and temptation, that's when our faith is really put to the test. Oh, the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, he'll make them right. And to God in the good time, he's still God in the bad time. Oh, the God of the day is still God of the night. Oh, the God of the day is still God of the night.
Sister Anna K. Britton called this afternoon and talked with Fred, and she said that Willard's home from the hospital and doing well, and to continue to remember them in prayer. Prayer for Lacey Brooks, Hester Bollinger, Louise Tucker, Ricky Birch, and Nancy Birch. Also prayer for Reverend and Mrs. Mickey Champion, Marvin Smith, and Marty Smith. And also prayer and a song for Ethel Costner, who is my neighbor, and she underwent surgery this past week, so remember her in prayer. I'd like to take just a moment and share with you those who have made the program possible for the past month. We're getting ready to go into a new month, and we need your offerings and donations in the mail. Without you, the program's not possible. And you may never see your reward for it on this earth and in this life, but someday up in heaven, when you see souls that was won through this program, then you'll be blessed and receive your reward for it. Johnny Buff and the County Line Gospel Singers with Pearl Higgins, and we're so pleased to have them with us tonight. Mamie Miller, Mr. and Mrs. Clyde Crisp and Nicole, Kathy Fillers and her aunt, Betty Elliott, Virgie Parker, Nettie Cooper, John McDonald, a listener from Valdez, Inez and Levi Bowman, Mr. and Mrs. Olin Grogan, Vivaline Cox and Sherry, Lily Mae Deal, Ed and Annie Ward, Doc and Elizabeth Lackey, Bill and Rosa Medlin, Bonnie Shook, the Singing Duncans, Ed and Ollie Lutz, Jane and Ralph Stamey, Douglas Ashley, Bessie Stafford, Laura Clutchfield, Fred and Marie Berry, Clyde and Alma Taylor, Anna Kay and Willard Britton, Zella Holman, Reba Costner, Lois and Clayton Mooneyham, Wilma Woods, and Tom Presnell. And I have just a few more I'll share with you after their next song.